state of constant flow. Constant flow. Love is the thing that guides us. Love is the fuel for everything. Without love, we can't do much. Without having a sense of calm, without having the sense of peace, actually, how could we possibly be anything other than a corpse? Love brings us to life. Love brings us to truth. Love helps us create our wings to fly. And by love, I mean utmost compassion and empathy, giving care and respect and truth and honesty. Love is not a state of using. There is no room for money talk in there. There is no room for abusing. There is no room for hurting. Love is pure in its essence, and love is guided by your consciousness. You can love all and not even have a physical component to this. You can be in utter bliss and joy with no harm or hurt or pain. Love is a state of movement. Love is grace and fluidity. Love comes from inner peace and calm and really has accepted things as they are. Love is the flow that guides us. Love is the connector to all that breathe and all that move and all that have come before us. Love is the essence of everything that is divine, and love is the essence of everything that creates peace and fluidity. So, dear friends, this message is for love, and message of love is that it starts with you. Love yourself and love others. Be peaceful in everything you do. Be happy and content when you're with your consciousness. Be with your inner purity. Purity of thought, purity of heart, purity of body. Be clean, be pure, be at peace, and be at one. Love is the fuel. Love is the blood that runs in our veins. Without love, we get dried and we become a corpse. Love awakens you, and love brings you closer to that one. The 3, 2, 1. Love you.
Now more than any other time in the world, so many of us are just trying to stay alive. But the majority of the population doesn't know what it truly means to be alive. Now more than ever, people are connecting to their inner self, beyond name, form, and agenda. Connecting to the past, multi-dimensional awareness, healing, connecting with angelic beings, intuitive sight, performing miracles, discovering true love, a revelation of their true nature, self-realization, piercing through the veils. Are you gonna make the shift? A portal to the divine.
On the matter of love, I would say love is a state of constant flow. Constant flow. Love is the thing that guides us. Love is the fuel for everything. Without love, we can't do much. Without having a sense of calm, without having the sense of peace, actually, how could we possibly be anything other than a corpse? Love brings us to life. Love brings us to truth. Love helps us create our wings to fly. And by love, I mean utmost compassion and empathy, giving care and respect and truth and honesty. Love is not a state of using. There is no room for money talk in there. There is no room for abusing. There is no room for hurting. Love is pure in its essence, and love is guided by your consciousness. You can love all and not even have a physical component to this. You can be in utter bliss and joy with no harm or hurt or pain. Love is a state of movement. Love is grace and fluidity. Love comes from inner peace and calm and really has accepted things as they are. Love is the flow that guides us. Love is the connector to all that breathe and all that move and all that have come before us. Love is the essence of everything that is divine, and love is the essence of everything that creates peace and fluidity. So, dear friends, this message is for love, and message of love is that it starts with you. Love yourself and love others. Be peaceful in everything you do. Be happy and content when you're with your consciousness. Be with your inner purity. Purity of thought, purity of heart, purity of body. Be clean, be pure, be at peace, and be at one. Love is the fuel. Love is the blood that runs in our veins. Without love, we get dried and we become a corpse. Love awakens you, and love brings you closer to that one. The 3, 2, 1. Love you.
In the Middle Ages, healers would conjure up evil spirits or magical spells. Now, in the 21st century, it seems they turn to black holes and, above all, quantum physics. Quantum theory accounts for the anomalous behavior of light and atoms. It's astonishingly accurate, but notoriously difficult to grasp. But Deepak Chopra, who once qualified as a doctor, has seized upon quantum jargon and applied it to healing. He claims disease can be caused and cured by a shift in consciousness.
If you believe in a rock, you're automatically believing in God.
Chopra has managed to become a one-man alternative health industry. He's worth up to $75,000 per lecture, and in this era of self-absorption, he claims Michael Jackson, Madonna, and Hillary Clinton as followers.
If you feel genuinely attractive, you'll attract other people to you.
The great American physicist Richard Feynman once said, "If you think you understand quantum theory, you don't understand quantum theory." Isn't Deepak Chopra just exploiting quantum jargon as plausible-sounding hocus-pocus?
Quantum healing is a theory that a shift in consciousness creates a shift in biology. That's it. We try and get into every aspect of a patient's life, their relationships, their hopes, their dreams, and then we combine it with a ritual of deep meditation, massage, and really a lot of spiritual counseling, including the fear of death. We think that many times patients feel healed even though they may die from a disease if they learn to go beyond their personal fear of death. And you can never do that unless you have a patient have a spiritual experience.
Where did the quantum theory come into that?
Oh, it's just a metaphor, just like an electron or a photon is an indivisible unit of information and energy. A thought is an indivisible unit of consciousness.
Oh, so it's a metaphor for a unit. It's nothing to do with quantum theory as in physics.
No, I think quantum theory has a lot of things to say about observer effect. There are a school of physicists who believe that quantum leaps, for example, are examples of discontinuity. And creativity in consciousness is also an example of discontinuity. And that healing may be a biological phenomenon that relies on biological creativity, that at very fundamental levels it may be a discontinuous phenomenon. It's something unpredictable that happens in the proliferation of uncertainty.
So it sounds like a sort of poetic use of the word discontinuity. It's actually confusion, isn't it, to bring in quantum theory other than as a metaphor. But it sounds as though you're both doing it as a metaphor and a little tinge of something like what physicists are talking about as well.
Well, I think there's controversy. The aficionados in the world of quantum physics have somehow hijacked the word for their own use.
Oh, okay. So they've hijacked your word
I
quantum.
think what happens is that there are fundamentalists in science.
That is absolutely wrong. Science's quest is to try to sort out, to tease out those bits that we don't understand.
Science has become so arrogant in its premise that it has all the answers in a mechanistic approach that it has, whilst it has gotten rid of lots of things like polio and malaria and tuberculosis in many parts of the world, we are now seeing the emergence of modern epidemics that are a result of some of the things that have come about through science.
My name is Aisha Chowdhury, and I'm 15 years old. I was born with an immune deficiency, with a life expectancy of only 1 year. I had to undergo a bone marrow transplant at the age of 6 months. Recently, I've developed a serious illness called pulmonary fibrosis, a hardening of the lung, as a side effect of the transplant. And due to my illness, my life has been full of challenges, and I've often felt like I'm in the middle of a shipwreck. And today, I'd like to share with you 5 important lessons I have learned through the ups and downs of my journey. The first lesson is to believe in miracles. Miracles are good things that are unlikely to happen. The chance was 1 in a million that I would be born immune deficient, and I was. But then a miracle occurred where there was only 30% chance that I would survive the bone marrow transplant, and I did. But then there was less than 10% chance that I would develop lung issues post the transplant, and I did. And now there's only a 40% chance that my lungs can be cured, and I believe that they can be because I believe in miracles. The second lesson I learned was you should always live in the moment. This is a picture of me about 6 months ago. You can see that I had an oxygen tube in my nose. Despite it all, I had a huge smile on my face, all because I'm holding my new puppy, Rolo. Each moment I spent cuddling with him, I'd be bursting with joy. And all the pain and the sadness that seemed so overpowering in that one moment just seemed to melt away. If you look at your whole life ahead of you, you will find endless problems that you'll eventually have to face. But if you start to look at life day by day, hour by hour, or even moment by moment, you will find that your happiness will just begin to multiply. When I was just stuck in bed, unable to move, or even go to school, I thought hard about the things that I was able to do. I could sit, and I could put a smile on my face. I wanted to model. I wanted to see what it was all about, to have my picture somewhere out there. You can see on this picture, I'm all dressed up, ready for a photo shoot, even though I'm sitting on that wheelchair and inhaling oxygen. As I sat there and I posed for the camera, it made me forget about all the things that I was incapable of. It was a fun thing for me to do, and it was great to see what goes on in a photo shoot. What I've learned is that you should do what you can instead of feeling bad about the things that you're unable to do. The third lesson I've learned is that in every difficulty, one can always find an opportunity. For the past few years, I haven't been able to attend school regularly like the rest of my friends. And this year, I'm taking math and art as subjects, leaving me with a lot of free time. But in this difficult time, I've managed to find the opportunity to pursue my passion for art. In fact, I found that I've sketched and painted more during my illness as compared to the time when I was well. On this slide are 2 pieces that I've done recently. It's a portrait of a baby done with dry pastels. It's actually from a photo I took myself at a family gathering. On the right is a piece I've done for the album art for the music that my brother has composed. and his song is called Drowsy Elephants. The fourth lesson I learnt was never forget to dream. This is a picture of me in my wheelchair, back when I couldn't even walk 2 steps. Each night, I would dream. I would visualize what may seem like the smallest of things. I'd imagine myself walking around the market in London with my friend. I'd dream of dancing endlessly at my cousin's wedding. I'd visualize things down to every little detail: the color of my outfit, which song I danced to, the setting of the stage, and my family celebrating. I dreamt of running around the garden with my 2 dogs. I wished that I'd get out of that wheelchair and actually walk to my bathroom. I'd play a movie in my mind of all the things that seemed completely impossible in that one moment. And guess what? I did walk around the market in London with my friend, and I did dance at my cousin's wedding, and I did get out of that wheelchair. And now I get to stand here and talk to you. The power of the mind is limitless. Remember that all things happen twice, once in your mind and once in reality. Finally, the last lesson I learned was that if everything else seems to fail, get a dog. Pets are truly the best medicine. They're known to be extremely therapeutic. I found that Kobe, the Labrador, was extremely empathetic towards my situation. Back in January, when I was unable to walk, Kobe himself became very unwell. His legs trembled and he couldn't walk. I felt that he was mirroring what I had been going through. I was devastated to see him in this way, and I thought something terrible would happen to him. I pleaded with Kobe to walk, and I told him that if he did, then I would try and walk a few steps as well. And by the next day, Kobe was up and about, running around me happily, and I was so delighted to see him like this, because in my heart, I knew that I would get better just as he did someday. So as we now know, there's always something in life to sing about, something to be grateful for. I'm grateful for my loving family, my friends, my dogs. In fact, I'm even grateful for the challenges that life has thrown at me, for which I've experienced life with a much greater intensity than I would have otherwise. And I do believe that my soul would have no rainbow if my eyes had no tears. Thank you for listening.
So, hi guys, it's Wendy again. I wanted to do a real quick video on 11/11, and I wanted to say happy portal opening, because this next year is going to be a miraculous change in the world, and it's going to be wonderful because all of you and myself are going to be the catalysts that are going to be bringing all of this together. So, sorry, it's very cold out here. So anyway, I just wanted to say hi and make a video, and I have to go food shopping now, and then I'm just going to relax. So have a wonderful 11/11, and keep your hearts open, and love till infinity and beyond. So that's pretty much it, and just wanted to take a video here, actually right down the street from where Greg and I live. Beautiful park, So I wanted to take a picture of me in it, and I'm also going to show you my 100-day challenge vision board that I did last time. I have yet to make one for this 11/11, so I will get on that. And we will make all of our dreams come true. Just keep loving and dreaming and hoping, and never lose the childlike quality within yourself. So, peace.
By the age of 5. For meditation, you need not go in search for any physical guru, master. The guru, the master, is within. Your breath is your guru. Your breath is your master. It is for everyone. Meditation is the journey of our consciousness towards the self. To do meditation, we have to transcend the body and mind. When we transcend the body and mind, we reach the self. Then we receive abundant cosmic energy. By more meditation, our self-knowledge expands. Now, let us try and understand what is knowledge. Meditation takes you to the realms of higher knowledge. Knowledge is nothing but experience. Experience is nothing but totally involving yourself. By practicing more and more meditation, we receive higher energy. With this higher energy, higher involvement is achieved in every aspect, which leads to higher knowledge. Through knowledge, we get higher understanding and wisdom. With this understanding, we understand that we are not just the body and mind. We understand that we are miraculous beings. We understand all the situations we come across and come out of all our problems by higher understanding. Higher energy and higher knowledge expands the consciousness. Expansion of the consciousness is the very purpose of the self. Higher knowledge is obtained only through higher senses like third eye and astral body. The third eye is a very powerful tool of the soul to see, to feel, and to hear the higher frequency realities. These three functions of the soul are known as third eye. By practicing more and more meditation, more energy flows. More energy activates the third eye. It is a great experience for a meditator. At the time of activation of the third eye, we feel an itching sensation or pulling sensation at the forehead region. We start seeing glimpses of various colors rotating around us. We hear murmuring sounds, sounds of walking. We feel as if we are traveling in a pitch-dark tunnel. When the etheric body gets sufficient cosmic energy, by more and more meditation, our third eye gets perfected. Here we perceive crystal clear visions of this plane and other planes. In third eye perfection, we see many things clearer than the physical visions. We see other frequency realities. We see the things which are not present in the realm of the five senses. We feel so many things which we cannot express with words. We hear inner voices, sounds, or sounds of instruments from other frequencies. We see masters who are not there physically with us. We see masters in a physical form as we know them. After more meditation, we start seeing the Master like a bright light. Even by seeing the bright light, we feel the identity of the Master. We can hear the messages from the Masters. We feel like moving in a tunnel and finally merging with the light. Through third eye experiences, we know we can get answers for all our problems through messages from the Masters, or by seeing other frequency realities, or as a feeling.
I am soon on my way to England and will be taking a flight soon. But as I was going to leave the apartment, I had little time, so I thought I'd say something about the laws of attraction as applied to love. The first stage of love is attraction, and the laws that define that attraction are based on the idea that all relationship is a mirror. Those that we love and those that we dislike are mirrors of ourselves. We tend to like those people or fall in love with those people who have traits that we have and we want more of. And we are distressed by people who have traits that we deny in ourselves. So make a list of people that you're attracted to, write down their traits, and then make a list of people that you're distressed by, write down their traits. And when you add them all up, that's a reflection of your own self. When you accept those qualities in your own self, you realize that all of us have positive and negative qualities. That the essential state of our soul is that it's one of ambiguity, contradiction, and paradox. It has opposing energies. And when we are comfortable with the ambiguity of our soul, with our positive and negative traits, and we realize that to have negative traits is not to be flawed, but to be complete, then we are less judgmental about ourselves and less judgmental about others. We radiate a simple, unaffected humanity, not putting out any social masks, and that's why we're extremely attractive in that state of consciousness. To be attractive, radiate your simple, unaffected humanity. Accept yourself as you are, accept other people as they are. Respond to gestures of love, give gestures of love, be lavish and extravagant in your loving, be non-judgmental, and recognize that all relationship is a mirror. And you'll become a very attractive person. There's also another meditation, a visualization that I do on attracting love in your life, and that is to imagine your ideal lover, if you will. Imagine them making gestures of love to you through body language, through action, through voice tone, through speech, through eye movements. And as they're making these gestures to you, look them straight into the eyes and say, I'm a beautiful person, I'm a loving person, I love myself just as I am, and thank you for offering your love to me. If you just practice these simple rituals, you'll shift your state of consciousness in which you will be comfortable with relationship as a mirror, and you'll be an extremely attractive being. And I've practiced these laws myself. I've taught them to people at courses, and they really do work. So I'll be in touch with you from England, and I'll be twittering on the way from my handheld device. Good luck and God bless.